What is up, you guys? It is your boy John here from Pumaplow. Welcome back to another Plains and Simple here on the PC. I do appreciate you guys clicking on the video. How's it going? And welcome. As you can see there, guys, we are done planting corn in field 4 and went ahead and put the cedar kind of away in the homestead. Not at all, but kind of. A little aggressive. I needed a tractor over here at the BGA plant. So what we're going to be working on in this video, like I talked about in the last video, guys, is trying to conquer the BGA plant with courseplay. And I'm sure you guys that have run courseplay can tell some of these courses in the BGA plant are just simply not going to work. Now, once everything gets going and gets out of the BGA plant, it seems to be just fine. However, actually in the BGA plant, it's like not happening, but that's okay. We will get to that in a minute. It is all good. I appreciate you guys clicking on the video. How's it going today? How's your Saturday? I had to think what day this video is coming out. How's your Saturday going, guys? I hope it's a good one. And yeah, so gonna sell fuel up here at the old gas station. The gas station. It's French. Croissant, oui, I don't know, something. Sorry, it just offended all the French people. My bad. Anyway, selling gas up here at the gas station, or it's not gas. It is diesel, because tractors don't run on gas. They run on diesel, or just call it fuel, and then you're good to go. You know what I'm saying? It works either way. Or, you know, if you really wanted to, I guess you could call it go-go juice. I don't know, because it makes things go-go. I don't know. And by the way, I do know that older tractors used to run on gasoline as well. So there is that. My dad's cousin has an old, kind of a piece of crap international. It needs to be worked on severely, but it runs off gas. It's kind of old though, but yeah. So we're basically trying to get things set up so that we can get to work in the BGA plant. You know, moving fertilizers and seeders and all that fun, happy stuff. And, all right, I think we're going to, we turned crop growth off because, we were still in the process of planting, and I knew we were going to be working in the BGA plant for many days. Let me just say that much. Many, many days we were working in the BGA plant. So I wanted to, make sure that we were good to go there. And what we're doing here, guys, is we are setting up our trucks to haul us some straw. And we are going to be using 2 trucks to haul straw. And yeah, so what you're actually noticing here, or at least I'm noticing, is I'm going to have to get in and out of these trucks and tractors a lot more than I anticipated. To be perfectly honest with you guys, what I wanted to do was just sit back and watch it work, but I couldn't get it working quite that well. So I do have to fast time, otherwise this particular digestible place, what do you call that thing? The thing in the ground where you dump it to will fill up. The other thing is that I should have set this course up to go out the other gate, and I realize that now. The other thing is I don't know how to get the tankers to fill up automatically. And when I say that, I mean right here with the liquid fertilizer. It was not having it. It was not filling up automatically, and then it went stupid. And so what I ended up doing was putting it on, I believe, nearest or current waypoint, probably nearest. And I would just drive it a little bit and then tell it to go. Now, I think it has something to do with the start of the course, you know, is not straight for like 3, and then you go on. I think that what is the problem with pretty much all of this is the fact that I can't really do that here at the biogas plant because there's just not enough room for that. So I believe that is my problem. Here we go, truck number 2 on straw duty. And of course, guys, it is going to get dark on the map because we are fast timing, so it will get dark and light. And there's just that. So we're bringing fertilizer to the homestead. I don't know why. I really don't know why I didn't just set that course up to sell. I really should have just set up the fertilizer course to sell, because honestly, that's what I'm doing here. Is I'm trying to make money. I'm not doing this to make the product to keep, you know, the liquid fertilizer, solid fertilizer, and diesel. I'm not doing it to keep. I'm doing it to sell and to make money. So you got to keep that in mind. I do have ideas for this in the future, by the way, and it does not involve any of basically any of what you see right here. So what I think I'm going to do, because you might as well double dip, right? Because if you just sell, and to be honest, I need to do some like testing in this and exactly figure out what's going on here. But I trying to get the diesel to fill up automatically was like not having it. So I don't quite understand that either, guys, what's going on there, but that's okay. That's whatever. I really didn't mind having to jump in and do the stuff manually. The straw trucks, that bothered me. Other than the straw trucks, it really didn't bother me. And that would have simply been fixed by just redoing the course and telling him to go south. And if he would have gone south, it would have fixed the issue just fine. And there's that. So you can see liquid fertilizer heading out. So basically, we're double dipping here. Actually, we're quadruple dipping. Anyway, so we're making money off the straw by selling it to make the digestate. Okay? We are making money off the digestate 3 more times. Liquid fertilizer, solid fertilizer, and diesel. What I'm thinking about doing in the future to make my life a little bit easier, there's 2 options, I guess, to do this again. One option, and it's probably the easiest option and probably the most like efficient, cost effective, whatever you want to call it, is just to simply sell the straw at the barn at the homestead. Just simply sell straw. Okay, I can run semi trucks from my homestead, and that's probably what I would do, by the way, is pick up the fields, put the fields into storage, because why not? Okay, because eventually I'll need straw for animals, so I would want to keep some straw in the homestead. And then just run trucks from there to the barn. Just run a little circle. Even if you run 1 truck, eventually it'll get done. Right here, I'm setting up a fertilizer sell course. I'm out of trucks, so I'm using the quad track with a trailer for some reason. Don't ask why, but that's just what I'm using. So another thing is this thing does not like horseplay for some reason. It gets stuck on, you'll see, but it's a whole thing. So I don't know why, but my course to bring fertilizers to the homestead, I should have just told it to sell it up yonder, honestly, is where he should be going with it. But anyway, that's okay. This tractor will it'll do this eventually. But yeah, so as far as the straw goes in the future, because it is a byproduct, it is something that for the most part I just throw away. So let's capitalize on that. Let's make as much money as possible off straw. So I made a lot of money off of this, and I should have kept track of how much money I actually made off this, but I totally didn't. I really should have. It had to be a fair bit, right? Because you're making money off the straw, you're making money off digestate, 3 ways with the liquid fertilizer, solid fertilizer, and diesel. Okay, so there's that. The other thing is that okay, so one option is to still pick it up out of the field, run it to the homestead, put it in storage in case I need for the animals, and then sell off a bunch of it, right? That is probably the most likely option that I'm going to run with. I like that option probably. I was getting behind on my digestate, by the way, so I used the big tank here. Kind of a mistake, but anyway, we'll get to that. I don't know why that guy got stuck on the fertilizer maker, or seed maker. Kind of annoyed me, not gonna lie. Anyway, that's probably the most likely option with the straw, is to go ahead and put it in storage at home, save what I need for animals, sell the rest. Okay, and we're talking millions of liters here. Millions of liters, okay? So that's one option. The other option is to still bring it here to the biogas facility. Okay? Sell it, make digestate, and then simply just sell the digestate. Now, here comes the tricky part. That is if I can get Courseplay to sell the digestate. If I cannot get Courseplay to sell digestate, the first option is more likely for me. If I can get Courseplay to sell digestate, just to sell digestate, then that seems like a better option to me at the same time, you know? Because then you're making money twice, not just once. So if you can make money twice, you know, you're probably better off. I don't know. That's my theory. That is my theory. So a lot of tabbing around right now. I realize that, but hey, that's just what it takes to do all this. A lot of running around. This was kind of a hectic hour of recording, to be honest, to make this video. But hey, it's okay. It's all good. It was fun. It was actually a lot of fun. See, here I'm just going to sell digestate. That's what I'm nervous about, is the digestate sell point is in a terrible spot for running Courseplay. So I don't actually know at this current time if there's another place to sell digestate. If there is, then I would have to look into selling digestate there. So there's that. I really don't know why. I'm assuming they're picking up on the dump trigger, the straw trucks that are getting stuck all the time. I'm assuming that's what's going on. They're picking up on that trigger from the fertilizer pipe and just not all about it at all. I would assume that's what's going on, but I don't know. I don't know. So, yes, I have done this. Will I do this again as far as conquering the biogas plant with Courseplay? Probably not. Probably not. Realistically, the amount of fertilizer and diesel and stuff that I need, I can just like fill up the thing once and then drive the stuff home manually, or redo courses. Probably what I'll do, to be perfectly honest. I could see setting up some courses that just run from the biogas plant to the homestead, and then I'll handle it from there, kind of thing. You know, I'll handle filling it, let it empty and return itself automatically. Because the emptying works great. It's the filling for some reason doesn't work. And I had it on, you know, down the bottom, had it on, say, diesel, and it just wasn't working. Liquid or solid fertilizer worked great. It's the tanks that didn't like to work. So I don't know if it's those tanks or what, but a little bit of an issue, but it's not that big of a deal. Not that big of a deal at all to have to help it out, basically, you know? Not a big deal. But it's a lot of tabbing around. Moving, emptying, filling. I mean, we're over $1 million right now. I think we started somewhere in the $200,000 range. Somewhere around there. Obviously, the more trips they take, the less money they're making per trip. But overall, you're still making money, so I'm cool with it. You know? I'm still cool with it. So it was interesting. This was kind of fun, kind of hectic, but kind of fun. I could totally see selling this truck off, by the way, since it does not work for my intended purpose. Plus, I just get that tank, put it on a tractor, it holds 100,000. This thing only holds 20, what is it, 22.5? You know, it's kind of a no-brainer, honestly, to me. That trailer next to me is where it's at, 100,000 liters. Just saying. And actually, the other tank that I have, this one here, I could see getting rid of it and going to another 100,000 liter tank. But realistically, I shouldn't need more than 2 after this. I mean, I only purchased this for this, kind of. You know, I had this in mind. Same thing with the truck. I only bought it to try this. So, there is that. I mean, it's only 30,000. That other thing's 100. So, I don't know. Makes more sense to me to go with the bigger trailer, the 100,000, and get her done. You know what I'm saying? So, there is that. I keep checking back here, but, like, we're good, you know? But you fast them at 120 times speed, you go through the digestate, you make the liquid fertilizer, you make the diesel, you make the solid fert. It's kind of amazing how much you can make, honestly. I have an endless supply of straw at this point. I believe I still have, is it 4 million in storage, maybe? I think I have 4 million, or a million, I'm not sure. It's a lot. And at 59,000 at a time, it's like you're never going to run out. Now, yes, eventually I'll run out, but it's going to take quite a while. What was that, day 2 already? I don't know. We basically fast time at 120 for an hour or a little bit more than an hour. So it, like, you know, that's a long time is what I'm getting at. It's a lot of fast time, but hey, that is okay. It is all good in the hood. All good in the hood. We must have something full right now. Is that our... Oh, because we filled with... I don't know how we did that. These trailers get a little funny depending on what buttons you push. Easy there. I'm going to get flagged by YouTube for mispronouncing push. You can fill with the wrong thing, and that's exactly what was going on there. But anyway, it's all good. It's all good. No worries, no worries, no worries. So there is that. And we are selling the fertilizer like crazy. What are we at? 1 point something million. 1.3, almost 1.4 million. So I mean, we're making good money, right? Like, this is working. This is working out quite well. It's just a lot of work to keep up with. Honestly, something like this, what I'm doing right now, would be fantastic multiplayer scenario to run, you know? Like, hey guys, let's do this. Endless supply of straw at your homestead, or nearly endless supply of straw at your homestead. Just make stuff to sell it. Let's get it done. Let's make money. This would be awesome to do in multiplayer. You know, if you had 2 or 3 trucks bringing you straw, you had at least one person moving digestate, and then 3 people. 1 person salad fert, 1 person liquid fert, and 1 person on diesel. So, I mean, you're talking 6, 7, 8 people maybe, if you had a couple extra hands as well. You could really crank up some material, you know. It's kind of fun, actually, not gonna lie. Play do-si-do with the trucks, you know. There is that. But yeah, it is very interesting doing all this, not gonna lie. It is kind of fun. And I like the Stevie maps because, you know, the biogas plant is what it is. I think they're really fun. They're really fun to mess with, and it's a good time. But like I said before, I probably won't be doing this again to this extent. If I need diesel, liquid fertilizer, solid fertilizer, just make a batch. Oh yeah, I'm gonna turn traffic off, by the way. It just got annoying. And actually, after I recorded this video, I did play a little bit, and what I actually am working on in the current map before next video is filling that facility up with solid fert, liquid fert, diesel, or whichever one's gonna fill it first. Basically working on filling the facility and then filling it with digestate, and then I will decide what to do with all the digestate and the straw. If I can sell digestate with courseplay, like I said, I'll probably try that. If not, then I'm just gonna sell straw at the barn here at the homestead, because it's worth a decent amount of money, actually. And okay, let me rephrase that. It doesn't look like it's worth anything, but when you have millions of liters, it's worth something. It's a volume game. At that point, it is purely a volume game. And that's why I've been picking so much straw up. I want to continue to pick straw up, which means I need more loading wagons. And I would, like I said before, like to bring in a modded loading wagon as well. A bigger loading wagon. Something, I don't know, with a couple 100,000 liters of capacity. What am I doing here? Why am I driving this truck back? Oh, I'm stopping them because I'm like, I'm done. I think is what I was doing here. I'm like, I'm done in the BGA. I'm done in the BGA. That's what I was doing. Yeah. So I was gonna go ahead and do some seed, because the seeder needed seed. That's what I'm doing. The seeder needed seed. Okay, because he couldn't finish planting field 2 here. And I couldn't figure out why for a minute. And then I'm like, oh, you just need seed. And it's so much faster to bring a semi-truck out into the field, by the way, than it is to drive the thing to the homestead, try to fill it out of the tank. It's so much faster just to bring it out here into the field. So there's that. But yeah, seeder ran out of seed. All, 10,500 or whatever it holds. It's a lot, but I think at the same time, I'm like, okay, I can be done at BGA, because I was basically at my hour, so You know, when we hit our hour, we need to be done. So, yes, there's that. But I do appreciate you guys joining me for a little conquering the biogas plant. We did a fair job. Yes, could it have been better? Absolutely. I learned some lessons. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day. Make sure you guys hit that like button for more. Subscribe with notifications on if you have not already done so. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. And as always, toodles.